Hi everyone, we're going to find the domain of square root functions that are combined with rationals. So they're kind of like this. The first one would be f of x equals 4 over square root of x minus 9. The next one would be f of x equals x over square root of x minus 4. And the last one we have is f or p of x equals the square root of 2 over x minus 1. And I'm going to go ahead before we get started and write this as square root of 2 over square root of x minus 1. Now, all we have to do is deal with our denominators here. So we want it to be all real numbers, but we're going to have some restrictions here. Now the thing about this one is we already know from the previous video that for your parent function, say y equals square root of x, the domain of that has to be x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so however, when it's in the denominator, the domain has to be x such that x is only greater than 0. It can't equal 0 because you can't divide by 0 or it generates an asymptote. So just remember that on this kind, the kind we're going to do now, that we're going to leave off the negative here because we have this in the denominator. We're going to use this fact. And just using this fact, we can find the domain. So the first one again was f of x equals 4 over the square root of x minus 9. So I'm going to set this to 0 or greater than 0. It can't equal 0 because if it equals 0, then you can't divide by 0. So we have x basically is greater than 9. Your domain, therefore, is x. It's all real numbers, but all the values must be greater than 9. You plug in 9 in here, you're going to get 0. So it can't be 9, but it could be 9.1. So it's all those numbers, all real numbers. Okay, the next one is f of x equals x over square root of x minus 4. So I'm going to set this, or actually this part, to x minus 4 is greater than 0. So x is greater than 4. I'm just solving for x. So your domain is all real numbers such that x must be greater than 4. If it was 4, it would be 0. So it could be 4.001, 4.002, but it can't be exactly 4. And the last one is p of x. And I already rewrote this as square root of 2 over the square root of x minus 1. We're going to do the same thing. Set this to greater than 0. So x must be greater than 1. And we have x as all real numbers, but the restrictions are such that x has to be greater than 1. And that's all. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.